How is it going? Haba. We are currently live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. Now what we have to do is head over to YouTube, subscribe, search FXAU, subscribe. You're going to see what we are doing. Let me first share this.
Enter to Bluetooth.
We are live on YouTube. Make sure you start typing in your questions if you're in the stream. If you're on the YouTube stream. So okay guys, as we are waiting for the members to join in, you can ask your questions. Ask questions. We are doing our backtesting session. This is day 2, and today, let me see where we ended. We did end, let's check the analytics. We can see the analytics, and win rate still at 60%. The total PNL is $6. It's still the start. Account balance $106. The win rate is at 60%. Total trades taken on this account, 5 trades. Yep. 5 total trades taken on the account. So you can check and see we had only 3 trading days. What we want to change now is the frequency, the trade frequency. We want to be having at least receiving a trade every day. Yep, that's what we want to work on. Head over to YouTube and see what we are doing. Search FXAU, go and subscribe. Yep. So let's get back to work. So that's the FXReplay. It's a paid platform. You need to pay for it to use it. So these are the trades we took yesterday. Let me first turn off this indicator. Sessions volume. So like I said, we are going to try and increase on the trade frequency. That's the whole point with backtesting. That's the reason as wasoko sikendeze kati music is so loud. So if you want to see what I'm truly presenting, you need to go on YouTube, search FXAU, subscribe, keep the notifications on so you get notified whenever we are live. We are trying to backtest Euro USD as a team. This is a challenge we recently started, and we are like, let's start with building a system, because I really want to start from the foundation. We build a system, so we're gonna use the whole of this week to backtest this system. It's going to be, we're going to try and simplify it, because what we want is simplicity, something easy, something simple. We don't want to see to like overcomplicate stuff. So this is Monday, May 2025. We're trying to backtest. So head over to YouTube and see what we are trying to do. Yep, if you're on TikTok, so we have this high taken out, and this is H1. So first, before anything, at the start of the day, we need to go and check the daily. What's the daily saying, the daily time frame, and I have some markings here. You can check the markings. Yeah, so we have this as our all-time high. I'm going to label it with this blue line. That's our all-time high. Now we have this is lower highs on the H4. We missed a trade. I'm going to clear it off. So you can clearly see that the daily is bearish, but price came and tapped into this zone. Yep, this is a zone where price broke out, and normally that's like formerly it was resistance, and now it's going to turn into support. So whenever price comes back to this zone, we expect potential buys, though price has been bearish. So we can go back to 4-hour, and since we know that we are trading off of a daily bullish zone, what we are going to do is start sketching for bullish entries, but on the H4. Since H4 is still bearish, we'll wait for it to break a high, and that's when we know that, yeah, price wants to go up, breaking a high. So 4-hour is still bearish. If we go to London, the indicator is still on. So if you're still new on the live, you're new on TikTok, you don't know what we are doing, we are trying to backtest EURUSD as a team, so we can flip $100 to 2,000. We don't know how long it's going to take, but we're just trying to do it the right way from scratch. So follow me. The whole story is being posted on YouTube. Yesterday was series 1, episode 1 of backtesting. Today is episode 2, and we are actually live on YouTube. On YouTube, you can actually ask questions, drop your pairs for me to analyze after maybe the backtesting session is done. And if you don't know how to backtest, you're someone who really wants to learn on how to create your own trading system, this is the way to go. And if you're someone who has been struggling with trading, you don't know how it's done, you don't know how to trade, you're always losing money, you can maybe log in onto this live stream and decide to learn the real trading craft. For you to trade very well, you need a good system, and for a good system, it's not going to just find you. You need to work hard for it. You need to work hard and find that system, which is what we are doing live trading. So share the live to your story, share it to your friends who are interested in this. If you really want to join our community, all you have to do is just click in the link in bio and join us. So if you have questions, you can also ask anything trading related. Don't ask anything outside trading. I'm not going to reply to that. So let's head over to YouTube. EURUSD, yeah, this is the H1, and remember, we are bearish, but still we know that down here we have a big range. I mean a big zone for buys, a strong one. So let's see if this is London open, price comes back and clears these guys. That's it. This is H1. Price comes back. Let's read it from the 4-hour. So in the 4-hour, you can clearly see that price has been bearish. Yeah, price has been bearish. Came back down here, and then now it's retracing. And like I told you guys, this is a strong zone on that 4-hour. It's a strong zone on the 4-hour. So what we have to do is wait for the 4-hour to turn bullish again for buy entries, but still we can sell since we are since we have bearishness above here. So we can look for good zones like order blocks. We have a good order block here, though it was already tapped into. Yep, it was tapped into. So we can just go down to the H1 to maybe refine it. This is where we can refine it from. And remember, we can also use fair value gaps. We also have this one here. We have this order block. So I'm going to be using order blocks, supply and demand, and also support and resistance, so that we can all align, because it's the same concepts. A support zone is a zone where we want to buy from. There's a lot of buyers, or price is holding for buys. It's the same as a bullish order block. Bullish order block, this is where big companies stack their orders, they buy orders. Now bearish order block, sellers, same as resistance zone. Also supply, sellers, same as resistance, same as bearish OB. Demand, buyers, same as support. So it's really the same thing. I don't want us to confuse ourselves. What I really want to install into your minds is that the market always has buyers and sellers. We do have buyers in the market and we have sellers in the market. So this is why you see the red candlesticks and green candlesticks. Green candlesticks represent buyers in the market, and red candlesticks represent sellers in the market. Whenever you see price going up, then you know your buyers are controlling the market, and whenever you see sellers in the market, then you know that red candlesticks, then you know that sellers are now controlling the market. So what we see right now is that buyers are driving price to the upside. Why? Because we tapped into a strong zone on the daily. But here we have a zone. Let me draw it, guys, for you. This is our last zone. So many of you guys can call it supply, others bearish order block, it's on the H1, and others can name it actually resistance, because price follow from this zone, came back, tapped into it, and failed to break through. That's already resistance. We know that price doesn't want to go anymore, doesn't want to go above anymore. So we know that's a resistance zone, it's a supply zone, it's a bearish order block. Head over to YouTube to see the pair. We are trying to backtest EURUSD. Go to your YouTube, search FXAU, subscribe, and then you can watch our live sessions. You can get notified whenever we are live. We are trying to do this every day, backtesting EURUSD for the start, and then maybe after us building a good system, we start trading it from $100 to $2,000. I'm actually using $100 for backtest, so we see how it's going to be done. There is no room for error during backtesting. So actually we are going to extract the real edge. The problem comes when we are live and we need to extract that true edge we've backtested. It's where we're gonna find a bit some difficulty, but we will win because I'm good at trading psychology. I'm a trading psychology coach as well. I'm going to coach you guys on how to train your minds, on how to think like real high performers like the top traders, how they think, how they embrace losses, how they embrace pain, because the market is always going to cause pain to you. It's always going to mess your mind up. But what do we do when we have such in our minds? There's a lot we can do. We can meditate, we can train our bodies to align with the mind. It's a lot. And if you're willing to really make money, then you're willing to do everything that's gonna help you build your career, because this is a career. It's not like a game we are trying to come or play some game and then go back home and sleep. No, no, no. We are here for the future. We are trying to build something strong, something that's gonna sustain our families, something that's gonna give us money every day. So if you really don't treat it like a business, then you don't have the passion, or you're not well passionate enough to be here, because the passion required for you to become profitable is like out of this world. Because trading is the most hardest thing to make easy money. It's the most hardest way to make easy money. But yeah, you can train yourself, and it will become easy eventually. Nothing is hard if you give it your all. You get? So now what we are going to do is slope to the minute 5, since we have a zone, our point of interest. So we have that point of interest, and we know price has a high probability of falling from that zone. So if you want to see what we are doing, head over to YouTube, search FXAU. You will see the same logo. That's us. Subscribe and then click in that live. We are live right now. You will see what we are back testing. I don't know how many people are on YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, you can drop a hi, or the voice is low on YouTube. See? How about now? The coder 256, you can tell me how about now. How's the audio? Is it so loud now? If you're on YouTube, maybe you can drop me a message. So you can see we are just waiting for chalk to the downside. Thank you for the likes. TP hit. Really appreciate TP hit. So we have this as our first trade, and we haven't yet set money management rules, like where to collect our profits. So I started with swing trades, but now that we want to add more trade frequency, we are going to start intraday trades, something we can hold based off of the H1 highs and lows, yeah, not basing off of the daily 4 hours. So how's the audio on YouTube now? It is okay. Okay, now the voice on YouTube is fine. So remember guys, we have 106.25 as our balance now. We are risking 5% per trade, which is like $6 now, 5 point something dollars. So with this trade we got a confirmation under M5. It was a choke entry confirmation. Now I'm going to use we have like 27 pips SL with 0.01. That's $2.7. I'm going to put 0.01 2 times 1 2. So the first position, it's going to be half. This is like our money management strategy. We put 2 positions. The first one we target $5, and the second position we will target $12. Once we get taken out on our first trade position at $5, that's $5 profits collected, we're going to set BE. By setting BE, I mean break even. So once we set break even, we are at break even. When price returns back, it's not going to actually give us a loss. It's going to be 0 0 0. That's what we mean by BE, break even. So I'm going to use M5. Yeah. If you're new on TikTok, we also have a YouTube. We are live on YouTube. So we just generate ideas, confluences on a trade, and once we align, then we execute on a lower time frame using our lower time frame confirmations. Now let's see if this trade went to TP or So you can pause and see that price is now falling off and we are floating profits of $6. Now what we are going to do, we need to read price, since we now have we are like biased on two sides. We want to buy when it comes down, and we are actually bearish, but on a bigger time frame we are bullish. If you want to see what we are doing, head over to YouTube, subscribe FXAU, then you're going to watch what I'm presenting on this PC. You watch it on your phone on YouTube. So head over to YouTube, you can subscribe, send us a message, a comment, your favorite pair. But now we are only trading or sticking to EURUSD. So price goes down. It's bearish. It was about to take us out. Missed TP1 by a few pips, and now it's going back up. So that's trading. We need to embrace times like that. Price going, missing your TP by a few pips and going back up. You don't need to panic. Now someone would just panic and maybe blow an account. So this is the next day, but we're still in the same trade, and now usually we don't want to enter 2 times. You get? We need to enter 1 trade at once. Though we are trying to build a trade frequency, or the strike rate is still low, we need a big strike rate, but it's going to come with time. Let's see what this trade does. So this is H1. We are watching off of the H1. The H1 retraces back to the downside. Let's see if it reached the 50%. It didn't. We check 4 hour. 4 hour is now going back up. It hadn't broke to the upside. 4 hour was still bearish. That's why we put in this trade. But now I see it now going back up. Let's see if it goes up. It takes us out. That's a loss. So losses are part of the game. We need to embrace losses. If you take a loss, it's not a bad thing. You followed the rules, you followed everything, but it just came out. It's an outcome. It's part of the game. And now mostly, usually people mistaken, like they make mistakes of like treating losses as bad. Yeah, maybe to some who are not following the right craft, not doing the right stuff, you're not backtesting, you don't have a system. Of course, you're going to treat a loss as a bad thing because you have that gambling mindset in you. So this mindset is what we are trying to erase from you, so you can become probability based. Like you have a probabilistic mindset. By having a probabilistic mindset, I mean you're willing to accept any outcome because it's based off of probability. You don't know whether it's going to become a win, or you don't know whether it's going to become a loss. So I am selling odd card Kabe XM. Okay, Kabe, we are not live trading, we're trying to backtest your USD. Let me hope you have a good system and your odd card and you backtested it. You're not trying to gamble. Yeah. So that's the loss we've had. When did we have this loss? It was Monday, May. So let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday we didn't have a trade, and now we are into Wednesday, and price has changed direction from selling to buys, and now we know that we are buying. So I'm just gonna wait for buy entries. If you're new onto our stream here, just head over to YouTube, type in FXAU, subscribe to that channel. You're going to be able to see what I'm presenting here. You're trying to backtest your USD. You ask questions later after this session, maybe after like, we need to finish this May month, and maybe we do backtest the next month, which is June, because we need to like speeding up this. We only have like 1 week of backtesting, and next week I want us to start trading live. Let's go. So we have this new range on the H1 created, and this is how I want you guys to approach the markets. This is how I want you guys to read price. I'm giving you this for free. So this is a high, this is a low. So on this high we have sellers sitting here. So we do have sellers sitting here, we do have buyers selling at this low. We have buyers here. So buyers went ahead and took out these sellers, and now what do we have in mind? Buyers are in control. So anything in between, we are only buying. I'm not going to sell, although we have a lot of sellers up. What I know is always in the markets, buyers are always gonna overcome the sellers. So if we're in a bullish trend, we're always gonna take out the sellers, and that's how we will make money. But then we are going to be adding in a lot of confluences like liquidity, to like increase the win rate. And of course this is the reason that's why we need to backtest. It's just we're always tweaking, refining something, increasing the win rate, the strike rate. And now we are fighting to increase the strike rate, but we haven't collected enough data to prove that we have a bad win rate. So let's see. If the win rate is good, then we don't need to add any confluences. If the win rate is bad, we add in more confluences like liquidity, maybe strong zones, something like that. Let's go. So this is London Open. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a retracement into this zone. Like I told you guys, once you see this high, then you know it was once a resistance, and once resistance gets broken, price comes back and it becomes support, especially when price is bullish. So you need to keep that in mind. Price retraces. So retraces, we didn't have a trade in this on Wednesday as well, because price was choppy and was trading from up and hadn't reached our zone for buys, and now it's approaching our zone for buys. What you have to do is just slope to the M15, read the M15 price action for swings. And now that we are no longer wanting swings, we want small scalps, intraday trades, we're going to use EURUSD M5. So now we are, what's the time? It's 14, it's 2 p.m. Now this is New York Open, 3:30. What we will do, it's the same. It's actually a good time to trade because it's a session open, and now we're just waiting for maybe a confirmation, and you know what we are waiting for. What's the time still? So we have no trade and it's late now. That's like 7 p.m, 8 p.m. We don't want to trade at night. Most of the people are always busy, but still it depends. That's the reason we need to backtest. If they give us maybe confirmations at 7 p.m, 8 p.m, we need to execute the confirmations. So let's go. Let's just go to the next day. This week is not giving us trades. Yeah, May. So we jump over to London Friday. We're about to finish off this week with just one trade, which is a loss. So once again, we go back to the H1. Connection lost. So what we want to see is the price came back and retraced into this zone, but it was at night. into our buy zones. It was at night, then it went back and confirmed above this zone. So this is a confirmation that now we are going to buy, but still it's outside our trading session. So we are right now at London Open in the morning, Euro USD. What we are going to do is wait for our confirmation still. Now we are going to use 5 minutes. So now this is where we are. Usually these types of entries, I have to wait for liquidity. Okay, did we clear this slow? But usually I would love to enter when this is taken out. And yeah, this is our chalk confirmation. Since we haven't created a lot of confluences, we can just enter and see. We want to create so many trades. We want to create so many trades. We are still at 4 hour. It's our standard risk to reward. We are trying to collect 4 hour per trade. So 4 hour, we can check H1 to see the targets. Yep. Let's go back to M5. Now we place, let me see, 15 pips SL. 15 pips SL. So with 15 pips SL, how many pips do you think we should risk? With 15 pips SL. With 15 pips SL, we use 0.01, that's $1.5. 0.02, it's $3. So let's use 0.01 4 times. 4 times, that's like 5 point something. So we split this into like 40 pieces. Let's play and see how the trade went. It went and hit TP1. This is like our first, it's Friday, last trade of the week, and once we hit TP1, all you have to do is set BE, and maybe we can go to the next session, which is New York session. This New York session came back, maybe, yeah, New York session went, hit TP3, TP2, TP3, and he came back to stop us out at BE. So we made $12. We made $12. You can check it out down. Oh, the guys on YouTube can't see clearly. You guys can see the dollars. Yeah, it's right there. So we are in New York session. New York session. We lost a trade in London. Oh, we didn't lose, we won. So we are free to trade again. New York session. Since we know that we have buying bias, we'll wait for these buyers to get cleared, and maybe we get another confirmation to the upside for buys. Let's see how it works. Oh, price is ranging. What's the time? So that's late. Let's get to another day, which is next week, London session. So into the next week on Monday, and yep, EURUSD. So if you want to have a clear view of this, head over to YouTube. We are currently streaming live on YouTube. Like you can see, I don't know if these guys are commenting. The sound is not off. Please, sound. The sound is on, bro. If you're on YouTube, just let me know if the sound is clear or not. So we're into the next day. As usual, just check with the H1. We didn't have a swing trade here. Yeah, no confirmation. We go up. Let's check with the H4. I guess we've created an H4 range. So we need to actually mark our highs and higher lows. Yeah, higher lows and higher highs. So I'm going to copy this, paste. What? Connection lost. I want to paste it. This is a higher low now. We've started creating higher lows, yeah? This is another higher low with these buyers. Like I told you, whenever you see a higher low, then you know that we have buyers in that zone. Yep. This is another higher low. And now we start breaking lower highs. This is a lower high. Oh, this was a lower high as well. We broke it. But now we have a full confirmation here that, hey, we are bullish. Now all we need to wait for is maybe retracement. And yeah, so we haven't yet integrated the retracements. They are low probability. We can't trade them now unless we are dying for a trade. But yeah, we just need to keep consistent and patient. Now we wait for price to retrace to the downside. I don't know what time is this. It's London. So yeah, retraces. If you can catch a sell there, maybe you can see. We will see in the future if we can add in the sells. But now we reach into the zone. This is our line. We are expecting buys. London session, New York session. Check with the M15. Check with the M15 to see what price is doing. And reading price, we see we had buyers here. They got cleared by these sellers. Now I would love to confirm a swing trade above here. Yeah. And now for scalps, I'll go to the M5. And let me see. Yeah. For scalps, I don't have any trade unless when I have liquidity, this liquidity taken out. So far the update, we have like $12. If you really want to have a nice experience, just head over to YouTube, search FXA. Yep, head over to YouTube, search FXA, then you're going to have a full YouTube backtesting session. And if you miss out, then you're going to have to look for that recording on YouTube, FXAU. The recording is going to be uploaded after, so you can maybe learn something, because I'm documenting this whole journey and I want us to really make it. I know it's going to work. It's not something simple, but I'm putting my whole life at it. It's going to work. So price comes back down. It's already late, but we can place the swing trade though. It's late now. Sawa satu. Tutsowaji trading etulinde London. Next session London. Next day. That's Tuesday. We didn't have a trade on Monday. Soka price yambuka. It went up, and this was the swing trade we needed to place. Sawa mukageze ekiro bromba siriko. So we would have something like this. Sure, that's the swing trade, but we can still have a scalp in between here. What's the time? London. We come for the liquidity. Now all we're waiting for is the M5 chop to the upside. That's the one. This is the one. This is choke. We had these buyers cleared out and now sellers. So if you want to see what we are doing, head over to YouTube, search FXAU. You're going to be able to see us. The SL is like 20 pips. It's hella big one compared. So we go with H1 to see the targets. Okay, you can target this high. As you know, our trades have been 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Let's go back to M15 to see how it's going to play out. Maybe this is our last trade, or maybe we have one more trade, but let's see. This is $2, $2, $2. I'm going to risk $6, $6 on this trade. So this discipline is what we are going to apply to our real account when we start off. Yep. So go to YouTube, search FXAU, so you see what we are doing. We're trying to backtest, and we want to trade from $100 after the backtest. After we build our system, we need to test it out in a live market, how it works. Yep. And you'd rather start now because there is no other opportunity you're gonna get like this. That's a straight up SL. So SLs are part of the game. We just need to be probability based. Yeah, we need to think in probabilities. So that's the trade we had. We aligned with the trend, everything on point. Now we just need to read H1. So reading H1, the blue lines you see, that's London session open. You head over to YouTube and check out what we are doing. Search FXAU, it's the same name I'm using on the TikTok account. So that's a high all time, no? Is it a hot? It's not. We still have price up here. Okay. You're looking on our left, it's not the all time high. Yep, it's just a high. So you have this high, and now this higher low is being formed. That's our first sign that price is trying to retrace. And we got liquidated on the confirmation of this low, of this higher, lower high. It's a lower high. What you need to understand is not the names. You don't need to grasp the names. What you need to grasp is the idea behind it. Once you see this, then you know we have sellers here pushing price down, then buyers try to push price up again, but these sellers say, hey, yo, we are still strong, and these buyers were taken out, and we were among the buyers who were taken out. We got liquidated. That's the loss you see. So now let's go to the next trade. If you want to see what we are trying to do, head over to YouTube. We are trying to backtest EURUSD. Are trying to create a system which we're gonna trade as a team from $100 to $2,000. It's a challenge to challenge ourselves, because if you don't challenge yourself, how are you going to win? How are you going to reach your goals? You need to set tough goals, hit them. That's how you're going to evolve as a trader. That's how you're going to grow. And you need to actually align yourself with, hang out with people, like-minded people. Yes, join trading community. Like we have a trading community with like-minded people, like-minded traders, non-gamblers. If you want to join, check it up in this description of the YouTube video. It's in the description of the YouTube video. So head over to YouTube, search FXAU. You'll have to see us. Cash Exchange, thank you for the flowers. By the way, Cash Exchange is a profitable trader. You guys, you watch out for him. Yeah, Cash Exchange, you can check out his page. So we have that low broken and this higher low created, and now that's a first sign that your price maybe wants to go down. Maybe it's a retracement on the H4 cut. Now we know maybe it's a retracement into this H4 zone, because you see the H4 is also bullish. We have sellers at this high, we have sellers at this high, and we have buyers who took out these sellers. So you know who is in control automatically. The buyers are in control. If you want to see what we are doing, what I'm presenting on the PC, head over to YouTube, search FXAU, subscribe kindly. Now we retrace back to the 4 hour. Let's check the time. It's 8:08 in the morning, 8 p.m., 8 a.m. Let me go to H1. So going back to H1, we know price is retracing, and now we can use M15 for buys. You can have a confirmation. So which confirmation are we going to use? Which confirmation are we going to use? Now we need to wait for New York to open. New York opens and price is now going back up. Now what confirmation do I need to see? I'm still going to read the price the way I read it. Now I want you guys to learn this technique. We have buyers here trying to push price up, but then we have aggressive sellers at this point. They pushed price aggressively and it actually broke the H1 low, this blue line you see. So again, we have some more sellers at this point driving price to the downside, trying to like continue the trend created on this left side. Yeah, if you want to see what we are doing, don't stick to TikTok so much, just head over to YouTube, search FXAU. The experience is actually better. The sound is good. Big Polar, how is the sound? If you're on YouTube, how is the sound? You can just text me, let me know. So now we see that these sellers failed, but failing by no color, and they failed their job. So these buyers are actually winning. And remember, our bias on the H4 is buys, and now we see this is our sign that we need to execute buys by all means. So we are going to execute buys, but this seems like a swing trade. So that's 33 pips. Oh, it's big SL. So I'm going to look at 4 hour, since I'm using H4 for entries. Let me see if this trade goes to TP. If they hit us, this is like the second loss in a row. We've not had 3 losses in a row. I don't know if we're gonna have 3 losses in a row. Maybe up in the future when we keep consistent with the backtest sessions. Also tomorrow we're gonna have a backtesting session. If you don't want to miss out on these backtesting sessions, just click the link in the description of this YouTube video and subscribe. Join the group, the WhatsApp group. So that's the entry. I'm going to use 2 positions, 0.01, 0.01. So in this trade, I'm actually going to risk $7 because the SL range is big. Yep, but it's not as bad as gold. Now if it was gold, I would have been maybe let's see the outcome of the trade, and then I'll judge after getting the outcome. So normally the first position, I'm going to put it at maybe $8. I actually use 4 hours for that. placing my TP positions at highs, and yep, we have this high right here. And the good thing about this, we can actually scale in more trades and see if we catch a trade, we're going to scale it. That's how you're going to be able to trade up to like $2,000. This is not going to happen in just one day. It's a thing we need to build. So I'm still building a community. Calling up like-minded traders, passionate people, struggling ones. If you're not making money, let's see if this works. Maybe you can make money in the markets. So this is our second trade in a row, second loss in a row. So we can check and see that price went up and aligned with these sellers. So now we know that sellers are really strong, and what we need to do, oh, I deleted that screenshot. Let me just minimize it. It was a long trade. So what I want you guys to know is that losses are part of the game. See, we are backtesting, but we have the losses. Yeah, if we stick to the plan long enough, if you stick to the live long enough, in the future you're going to see that, yo bro, the game is about consistency. It's not about having a good system or a bad system. Like you see, this system has given us a win. Oh, actually this is not a win, these were partials. Collected partials, came back and took us out at BE. Now we had our second trade on Tuesday. The first trade was on Friday. Second trade on the next week on Tuesday, it's a loss, and then we have 2 losses in a row. So let's see our third trade, and this is the last trade for this stream, because I want us to always use like 1 hour every day. Maybe on the weekends we can go 4 hours of streaming and backtesting, because we need to finish up this very soon. So we have a loss on EURUSD, but still H4 is bullish, and now H1 has turned bearish. So I patiently normally wait for this H1 to turn bullish for me to trade again, or H4 to get bearish so that I can start scaling in more like the sells. So I'm just going to wait, and now H4 turns bearish. See, H4 turns bearish again. And now this is the hardest part of trading, trying to catch a trade, but you have these sellers trying to say, yo, price is going down. And that's why backtesting is usually good, because you know how many times this happens, and maybe with enough how do I say it, when you do so many reps, you're actually going to become good at something. So when you do so many reps of analyzing these trades, you actually start catching these retracements as well, to avoid being hit when you're just scalping the buys. So what I'm going to do now is wait for H1 to turn bullish, or for it to retrace back for sells. That's London. Price retraces back up, and just gonna go to M5 for sells, because I know now price is bearish. Just waiting for New York session. Where is New York session? Okay, New York session starts, price is going up like crazy. EURUSD. So this is H1. See, H1 still bearish on my opinion, not until we clear out these guys. And what I told you about the daily being strong, you can actually see it. Like, daily is still strong. We are buying, although H1 had turned bearish. So we actually confirm above. And now let's go back to M5, New York. It's late. You just need to go back to the next day, which is Thursday. So Thursday, yep, Thursday opens and price is bullish. No swing trade. This is going to be a scalp trade. And if you want to see what we are doing, head over to YouTube, search FXAU. So you have our first draw of liquidity we want to buy. We have our first draw of liquidity. These buyers have been taken out. Now we wait for sellers to get taken out. We're just waiting for a candlestick confirmation above here to confirm change in character, but we didn't have it. Now we wait. No change in character. Nothing. Let's go to New York. New York gives us a change in character, but it's a new session, so we need to wait for liquidity again. This is liquidity. Like, you know, liquidity, this is where people place their SLs or stop losses. And these buyers here, price going up, we have buyers here and they have their SLs down here. So that's our liquidity. So yeah, the liquidity gets taken out. Still waiting for the same thing, just a break to the upside, which is this. That is our break to the upside, and this is our last trade for today. Let me show it to the TikTok guys so you guys can see what we are doing. So that's our trade. Yeah, that's our last trade for today. How do I join the community? Mukisa, check that link in the description of this video, or YouTube. Yeah. So we have a long position here. What's the target? How many pips? This is like 35 pips. Let's go to 4H for the targets. So if you want to join us in this trading challenge, all you have to do is click in that link in the description on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, head over to YouTube, search FXAU, make sure you subscribe. Oh, again, I'm targeting this all-time high. This all-time high, this one. So let's go. This is our last trade. We've had like two losing trades in a row. This is going to be our last trade. Last trade for the day. So entered 0.012 times. Account is in a bit of drawdown. It's at $99, 99.3, $0.06 drawdown. So let's see if this trade is going to go up or down. Who says it's going to go down? Someone is saying it's going to go down. The market is not a place where you come and say price is going to go down or up. It's random. Yeah, we just use these patterns to derive systems, and those are the systems that help us catch the trades. But when it comes to catching trades, you need to have a probabilistic mindset. You don't need to be focused on money all the time, because you get humiliated by trading. So that's our trade, currently running in a profit of $2, back into drawdown. That's the trade. We're trying to backtest EURUSD. Let's watch it on the H1. That's a new day, London session, and price is going up. Or maybe TP1 was hit. Yep, TP1 hit $9. Yeah, we made $9 on the trade. So maybe we can stop there and come back because we've missed this. This is like a retracement, and we said we haven't yet integrated retracements. We've not put them into the system. We're just trading continuations. So let's come back tomorrow, same time. If you're not in the group, make sure you join the group. We're actually supposed to scale in a trade here. So we start from there. Let's just see the analytics. So far I have like 352. These are other systems I've been trying to backtest, but the overall win rate is like 62, which is nice. This is our system. The profit and loss is $9.4. Account balance 109. This is day 2, guys. Win rate 47. The win rate has decreased from 60 to 47. We have a total of 18 trades. Let me see the trading days. So profit expectancy still low, but not bad. Winners, losers 9, winners 8. That's the 47% win rate. But the month is still up 9.49%. We're still trading May. May has been hectic. You can see the trading days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. So guys, this is the real trading craft. If you really want to join us, click the link, join the Telegram community, WhatsApp community. We do stream every day, trying to backtest EURUSD as a group. We stream every day live on YouTube, as you can see. Catch you tomorrow, same time. Bye. YouTube, bye. No more questions.